Dude, we are so back. All right. I know it took me a while to make this video, but in my defense, I kind of had finals to do, and so, yeah. Yeah, there's my excuse. Welcome back, everyone, to Deconstructing Epic, the show hosted by a 16-year-old who's halfway done with high school. Anyways, today we're going over Open Arms, which is another one of my favorite songs in the entire show. All the songs in Epic are, like, my favorite song in the entire show. Besides Polyphemus, but we'll get there. uh, Open Arms today is okay. The song Open Arms is more or less a duet between Odysseus and Polites. If you remember Polites from Full Speed Ahead, Polites is really just Odysseus's best friend. And Open Arms kind of builds off of everything that's happened so far. We had the Horse and the Infant, where like they're plotting, they take over the city of Troy. Well, they kill everyone there. Uh, Zeus shows up, tells Odysseus to kill a baby. Then in Just a Man, he kills that baby, but there's this internal conflict that we see and we hear most importantly, between this conflict between should Odysseus kill the baby or not. And then Full Speed Ahead, we have this more narrative style song where like they're on the boat, they ran out of food, and we see the island in the distance. We need food, so we're just gonna check to see if there's any food on this island. Make a quick little stop. And then Open Arms is now Odysseus and Polites exploring the island and looking for food, while also introducing us to this worldview. And we'll talk more about it when we get into the meat of the song. Let's just go. Let's just get into it.
You can relax my...
Something already noticeable is that this has a very upbeat and lighthearted feel to it. This mood that's very up here, whereas like the Horse and the Infant, Just a Man, Full Speed Ahead, they're very serious, they're very down to earth. Whereas Open Arms, it feels like you're flying around the clouds. But there's also this rhythm here. Listen to this rhythm here.
You can relax.
This is dun 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 dun. We actually heard that way back in The Horse and the Infant. You're gonna see as we go through Epic that there are a lot of things that connect all the way back to the very first song in the entire show, which is why we covered a lot of stuff in that video. But listen to this. We have Odysseus's motif. Da 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 dun 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 dun. But just take the rhythm of that second half. Dun 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 dun, and then compare it to Open Arms. Just a second here. Dun 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 dun. It's the exact same. Okay, not exact, but that's a different thing. It's basically the exact same rhythm. And so what this is because we're listening to this, we're kind of going into the song from Polites' perspective. Because Polites is the first one we hear singing, and Polites is the main person who's singing in this song. And listen to what Polites is saying.
My friend.
Frick.
You can relax, my friend.
You can relax, my friend.
Huh? I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend. I'm fine, Polites.
Polites sees that Odysseus is not doing so hot. He's closed off. Like he says, I'm fine, Polites. But Polites is just trying to open up Odysseus and see what's happening, try to console him, try to empathize with him. And we're going to see what happens with that.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into.
It's kind of like assuring Odysseus. It's going to be fine.
Of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword and I've said, why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when
First of all, it's such a vibe. I love this song. But another interesting thing is this is the first song and one of the only songs in Epic that's in a major key. We had Horse and the Infant, da 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 dun 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 dun, just like da 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 dum, da 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 dum. It's in this minor key. Then we had Just a Man, I'm just a man, da da da, minor key. Full speed ahead. Actually, that kind of sounds similar to Just a Man, full speed ahead. Interesting thing. I just realized that actually. But again, it's in minor key. But now we have open arms. Like, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face will be fine if we're leading from the heart. It's this upbeat, it's this lighthearted, it's this major. Frick. I I blanked. Oh gosh, it's this major key. There it is. It's this major key. And it's reflecting Polites' like we talked about in Full Speed Ahead. Polites has this optimistic worldview and this lighthearted, upbeat, it's very high musically song. Not high, you know what I mean. But it's reflecting Polites' fun, optimism, trusting personality.
Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's ours.
Something I want to like run by you guys because I'm not sure about this at all. But we have a marimba and a kalimba in the background, which are Polites' instruments. Just like how Odysseus had the guitar, and Eurylochus had like the choir, the crew, sing alongside him. But now Polites has the marimba and the kalimba. But that's not what I wanted to run by you. What I wanted to run by you is what they're doing. It's like a da da, the chord progression. There it is. Da 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 da. Which of course is the same rhythm that we like. Bum bum ba da 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 da. But when I heard this a little while ago, it it's just the stair step pattern. Ti ti do do do, re re mi mi mi. It's also a vibe. And I just did it on solfege, but it's the stair step, and it reminded me of Odysseus's motif. Da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun. Do re mi fa so, do re mi fa so, because we're minor key. Anyways, da 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 da. It kind of sounded similar in my head, and it made me think: is this another way that Polites is trying to like appeal to Odysseus? He's taking Odysseus's theme, and we had the rhythm, and now we have this stair step pattern where it's like take your old worldview, and here's how we can change it and modify it and grow it into something that's more lighthearted and optimistic. That that's kind of what I hear. I have no idea if that works, but yeah. Let's keep going.
Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
And it's all this lighthearted, but here, listen to how the music changes.
No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Welcome.
Stay back!
Stay back.
We hear this voice, welcome. And so it's the creatures living on the island. And Odysseus, we hear him take out his sword.
Welcome.
Stay back!
I just did that for no reason. But he takes out his sword because he feels threatened. He feels in danger by these people. These people, creatures, I don't know if they're people. They're called the Lotus Eaters because they eat lotus fruit, but we'll get to that. And yeah, but the music changes. We had this lighthearted, upbeat theme, and then it goes da da da. It goes back to this minor key in this style, this mood where Odysseus is scared and he's he has his guard up. That's a good way of putting it.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
Speaking of having your guard up, it's exactly it's in opposition to what Polites said earlier. Like, I'm not gonna sing this. You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. But then Odysseus has his guard up, so obviously he does not trust these creatures who live on the island. But let's keep going.
We're only here for food.
Also, the Lotus Eater's voices are
600
hilarious.
friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you.
Very not trusting.
If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
See?
And so they kind of did what Polites did, but not really how Polites wanted to do it. They didn't just like storm the island and take what they wanted and kill everyone, but they also didn't. But Odysseus kind of just didn't treat everything with trust and optimism. But they got what they wanted. They got food because they're like, here you go, we got food for you. Yeah, Lotus Eater voice. Yeah. And so Polites is excited. Like they got what they wanted.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place.
Also, I just have to say this. Stephen Dookie, who voices Polites, oh gosh, his voice is so good. I love it.
Light up the world. No matter the place. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Also, listen to that chord progression. Listen to how the chord progression changed here.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading
It's
from
more
the
relevant
heart.
here.
No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start.
Da 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 da. And that's interesting because it's da 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 da. We heard that earlier, but not really the same. Remember back with Odysseus's motif. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Hear that? Da 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 da. It's the same music, but now this is in like a major theme. It's da da da. Wait.
Whatever we face, we'll be
Fine
fine
if
if
we're
we're
leading
leading
from
from
the
the
heart.
heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how.
It's kind of flipped and it's in a major key. So we had the da 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 da, and now we have the da 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 da. And it's really interesting because we have this motif, down 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 down, and now it's being changed. It's being flipped, just like how we've seen Odysseus's motif being used so like, what's the word? It's being changed. It's being developed in this song. And it's so interesting how Polites is appealing to Odysseus's motif in order to, as a way of connecting with him. But also there's a deeper meaning to this motif, this da 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 da, that's now being developed into da 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 da. There's a deeper meaning that I wish I could go into it right now because I could talk about it for hours, but I can't right now because it's weird and you won't necessarily understand it. But we will talk about it in the next song, Warrior of the Mind. So wait for that video to come out. Let's keep going.
Start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
My friend,
Odysseus comes
I
in.
wish that I could say that I agree. But look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds.
Also listen to the instrumentation. There's a guitar that comes in there,
My friend, I wish that I
which
could
of course
say that
is
I
Odysseus's
agree.
instrument,
But
so it
look at
fits.
the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free.
That doesn't sound good.
That's what we'd get with open arms.
So, Odysseus, what he just did is he pointed out a flaw, a problem with Polites' worldview, which is be optimistic, trust everyone, keep your guard down, and everyone will treat you with kindness back. Yes. But Odysseus is like, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the food that they just gave us. It's a lotus fruit. And you don't want to be eating that because it'll control your mind and it won't let you free. And he reiterates it with, that's what we'd get with open arms. Like, obviously there are some problems that Polites isn't quite recognizing because he goes, instead of seeing Odysseus's problem, he goes back and he goes back and just tries to fix it. Listen to what Polites says.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my
He also kind of takes over the guitar. Listen to that guitar.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that
Because there's a guitar now playing over Polites' singing, which is again Polites appealing to Odysseus.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
The cave, scary cave.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
East, that way, east, that way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Polites goes back and kind of saves it. We can't eat this food, but is there any other food that we could eat? And they point them, and the Lotus Eaters point Odysseus and Polites to a cave. Listen to what they say when they say cave.
Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
The cave, scary cave.
The cave! Scary cave. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. Scary cave. Maybe that's a little bit of a foreshadowing for 2 songs later. We'll get there. But, yeah, so Polites tries to save it, and he's being optimistic, and he's like, a cave! They're saying there's a cave where we can feast, and where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? East! That way! Because the Lotus Eater's voice is amazing. I love it so much. Thank you. Welcome. It's so fun. But, yeah. Polites is keeping this worldview where he's optimistic. And I'm kind of reiterating that, but it's very important that you understand this worldview because we're going to be introduced to the polar opposite worldview later down the line, but we'll get there. All right? So, they get the food. Polites thanks them.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
And that's more or less where the song ends. And it's cool because it kind of reflects what happened at the very beginning of the song. It's Polites singing, and he says, like, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. And just like at the beginning where he's like, I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service. He's recognizing what Odysseus is feeling. So now it's like this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there is so much guilt inside your heart. And then he offers a solution. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. And he gets Odysseus to repeat it.
Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
and it's this like this mirror. There's this idea in art, like the chasm, where like you start up here, you go down, and there's like the main point down here, and then you go back up to exactly where you just started. That's kind of like this song because it's reflected, it's mirrored. What happens in the beginning happens at the end, but you've grown and you've developed everything. And it's more in depth. When you repeat something, it's important. And when you repeat something, it's probably good for you to understand exactly what it means. And so, over and over in the song, Polites is saying, greet the world with open arms. That's what Polites believes is the correct thing to do. It's what Polites believes is the most right thing to do. And he gets Odysseus to say, greet the world with open arms. Something kind of poetic is that even though Polites says it over and over and over again, Odysseus only says it once, saying how, kind of showing how Polites has only slightly accepted this worldview. And there's a lot of character development with Odysseus throughout just even these 4 songs in this first saga, the Troy saga, where in the first song, Horse and the Infant, we saw him as this leader, this I don't know what the word is, but he's like da 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 dun 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 dun. He's hyping up his men, and then he goes out into the city of Troy. They kill all the people, and then Zeus shows up, and he's pleading with Zeus, I don't want to kill this baby. And then in Just a Man, he doesn't want to kill the baby, but he kills it anyway. And then in Full Speed Ahead, he's tempted to take Eurylochus' offer, which is to just storm the island, take what you want, yeah. But he chooses Polites' offer and go in there lightly and optimistically and trusting. And now here at the end of Open Arms, you can see he's grown a lot from this fierce leader. Well, not that it's bad to be this fierce leader who's not afraid to kill, but we can see how Odysseus, his mindset has kind of changed. Greet the world with open arms. Yeah. And that's pretty much the entire song. So we'll go back, we'll listen to it, we'll end the video, and yeah, let's go.
You can relax, my friend.
Huh?
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
I'm fine, Polites.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Welcome.
Stay back!
Stay back. Stay back.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
We're only here for food. 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
Here you go.
See? This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
The cave, scary cave.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
East, that way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
And that's the song. So, song number 4, Epic the Musical, we're done. We got it. Next video, we're going over Warrior of the Mind. Oh, gosh! I love Warrior of the Mind, and you'll see why in the next video. Anyways, but yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like or a comment if you have any thoughts. Subscribe because my ego needs to be inflated. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.